Good afternoon and welcome, everybody. The Veterans Department and the Veterans Committee would like to thank each and every one of you for taking time out of your schedules and joining us here this afternoon. We are running door prize chances out there for a quilt, several gift certificates from Kitty's American Tavern. We also have a basket out there. All those proceeds and every proceed that we're getting tonight is going to go toward the Veterans Troop sign that we are planning on putting up at North Parish Park, acknowledging all our veterans and our warriors. There is also going to be some table giveaways, all the centerpieces, and we're also going to have door prize. If anybody has their stubs from their tickets right now, I'll come around to make sure I've got your other half of your ticket, because we're going to put those in for chances for Heavenly Donuts gift certificates. I would like to take the time to thank the Hillview Country Club, Burton and Lisa, for assisting us as usual, and this is our third annual, and they do a great job, and all their staff. Unlike the buffet, this time we're going to actually have a sit-down meal. So I'd like to give a round of applause to all of them for putting us and helping us out with all this. I'd like to take the time to thank Jerry O'Brien, affectionately known as DJ Jerry O, who has entertained us for the last this is our third year, out of the kindness of his heart, donating his time to give us all this wonderful music. Maureen Stevens, who has donated her time each year, greeting our guests and making sure you get all your tickets taken care of at the door, as well as all of our chances to win prizes. The programs you see before you were actually out of the courtesy of the Shawsheen Valley Tech out of the Billerica. They take care of us very well over there, so I don't want to go without acknowledging them. And I'd like to thank the following businesses and individuals that helped us with the donations for us to have chances to win these wonderful prizes. Rosemary Delaney for your beautiful patriotic quilt that you kindly made and donated. Heavenly Donuts for your gift card donations. Kitty's Restaurant, the Essex Museum in Peabody. There's 4 tickets there, as well as the Great American Tavern. We have 2 giveaways for that. I should say chances to win that, and Kitty's Restaurant as well. It is events such as today that are meant to open our hearts and minds to serve as a reminder of what America stands for. Our veterans and our warriors through generations have witnessed and endured the unimaginable through past wars. Our warriors of today continue to endure the pains of war in support of Operation Enduring Freedom. And our warriors protect our borders to defend the very principles our nation was founded. Many of our veterans and warriors live with the physical injuries, emotional traumas, and many their fate is still unknown, and many more have paid the ultimate price. As Americans, we must continue to put our veterans and warriors in the forefront of our thoughts and our hearts. So I ask all the veterans and warriors in this room to please stand, or raise your hands, Thank you is not sufficient for these men and women of this caliber. Yet they remain humble and continue to answer with honor and conviction. It is days such as this that we raise our glasses and toast you and thank you for your sacrifices of yesterday and today. Because of your steadfast desire to serve and protect, the people of these United States can sleep at night. We would like to recognize the families of our veterans and warriors. While your warrior was, or in many cases is still out there defending our borders, please know your hard work maintaining a stable life for the family does not go unnoticed. You may be behind the scenes, yet you are what keeps our warriors grounded and able to carry on with their mission. You are the backbone of their sanity. You deserve so much respect and admiration for all you do. Thank you all for your sacrifices. So for all of you, celebrate today, for it was you who gave up the warmth of home to protect our borders and fought to defend the very principles our nation was founded. You gave to us, and now we're giving to you. Semper Fi and Godspeed. If you folks could please all rise while the 125 out of Fort Devens, H&S Company, presents our colors. I would like to give a round of applause for our Marines who just walked out of our room. The United States Marine Corps Color Guard, 1st Battalion, 25th Marines, H&S Company out of Fort Devens, Corporal Hendrickson, Sergeant Gilly, Sergeant Lamb, and Sergeant Nissenbaum. Folks, if you all notice on your tables, you all have programs there, but in addition to your programs, there's actually a yellow program, and that is the POW MIA Missing Man Table Ceremony. I took the liberty of typing it all up for you so you can actually follow along with the ceremony. It's a very impressive ceremony, and one you really want to take part to reading. At this time, I would like to call up Kyle Magner, who has just returned from Afghanistan in March. And Kyle's going to read the POW MIA ceremony for you at this time.
I apologize for my voice, I'm a little sick right now. How are we all doing? Oh, good. Those who have served and those currently serving in the uniformed services in the United States are ever mindful that the sweetness of enduring peace has always been tainted by the bitterness of personal sacrifice. We are compelled to never forget that while we enjoy our daily pleasures, there are others who have endured, may still be enduring, the agonies of pain, deprivation, and internment. I call your attention to this small round table at the front of the room. This table symbolizes the fact that members of our armed forces are missing from our ranks. They are referred to as POWs and MIAs. We call them comrades. They are unable to be with their loved ones and families, so we join together to pay our humble tribute to them and bear witness to their continued absence. The table is round, symbolizing the frailty of one prisoner alone against his or suppressors. The tablecloth is white, symbolic of the purity of their intentions to respond to the country's call to arms. The table is set for one, symbolizing that the frailty of one prisoner alone against his or her oppressors. The yellow ribbon on the vase represents the yellow ribbon worn on the labels of thousands who demand with unyielding determination a proper account of our comrades who are not among us. The single red rose in the vase signifies the blood they may have shed and sacrificed to ensure the freedom of our beloved United States of America. This rose reminds us of the family and friends of our missing comrades who keep faith while awaiting their return. A slice of lemon on the bread plate is to remind us of their better fate, those captured and missing in a foreign land. The salt sprinkled on the plate is to remind us of the countless tears of those who have never come home, and the tears of their families and friends whose grief knows no end. The Bible serves to remind us of the comfort of faith offered to those who face seemingly unsurmountable challenges, and it also reminds us of our country being founded on the principle of one nation under God. The glass is inverted. They cannot toast with us this day. The lit candle is a reminiscent of light of hope which illuminate their way home, away from their captors to the open arms of a grateful nation. The chair is empty, our comrades are missing, and the American flag reminds us that many may never return and have paid the supreme sacrifice to ensure our freedom. Let's take a moment to reflect upon the sacrifices all our veterans, especially those who have been continued to be prisoners of war and those who are missing in action. Let us remember and let's not forget their sacrifices. And thank you guys in Semper Fi.
Thank you, Kyle. And now I'd like to call Deacon Al Balistracci to lead us in a blessing before our meal.
Now and pray for God's blessing. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many gifts that you give us. Those that we recognize so easily in our lives. Those that we many times fail to see. And those that we too often take for granted. Help us to be open to the love that you place in our lives and help us to share that love with all around us. We ask you to reach out with your healing hand and touch those who need you physically, mentally, and spiritually. We ask you to watch over those men and women and children who have nothing to eat, no place to live. And we ask you especially to watch over our men and women who serve our country in distant places, and their families who wait, perhaps in fear, for their safe return. We ask you to bless each one of us here and our families. We ask you to bless this food which we're about to receive from thy bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Thank you, Deacon. I also would like to recognize one of our state representatives, Jim Maselli. I believe he's in the room. I thought I saw him.
I'm here.
Hey, Jim.
Apologize for being late. Just came from an Eagle Scout Court of Honor, but I wouldn't miss this. Anything that Susan gets involved in is usually very successful. And I'll tell you why it's very important. And I know you're getting ready to eat, and I think a smart politician doesn't take up a lot of time before the meal. But here we are. There's someone who hasn't forgotten the veterans. That's Susan. And I can call her Susan because she went to school with my daughter. And let me say this, as long as she's around, the service that they've rendered and what they've accomplished, and how they've kept us safe, and how they've put their lives on the line, and how they've ended up in the hospitals with serious injuries, that will never be forgotten. The work that she has done throughout the whole area. But I look at the town of Wilmington also, which isn't part of her district, so to speak. She's just done a fantastic job. She's always looking around, finding out what they can do next. They've got an organization in Wilmington that visits the Veterans Hospitals out in Washington, D.C., and brings them these iPods. She's always involved. So I'd like to give her a citation tonight. And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention my good friend. I saw Mr. Brad Jones Sr. here, and his son serves with us. Great gentleman. He's done a fantastic job with the minority party. And he's a young man you're going to hear from. So they call all of these people young men because I've been there so long. But he's a young man you're going to hear from someday. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him sitting in the governor's office someday. Susan, let me make a presentation to you. And consider this from Brad and myself, and it says, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Susan Magner in recognition of your commitment and dedication to veteran services. You greatly impact, I put the emphasis on that, the lives of the veterans and their families. You assist with your passionate and knowledgeable work. Your outstanding service as the Director of Veteran Services here in North Reading is really coupled with the work that you do in all of the surrounding towns. All of the surrounding towns. You know no bounds. And that's the mark of a good public servant. We thank you. The entire membership extends its very best wishes, expresses the hope for future good fortune, continued success. It's signed Bob DeLeo, Speaker of the House, Brad Jones, Minority Leader, Representative James Maselli, Tewksbury, Wilmington. Susan, congratulations, and I don't know what we'd do without you.
Come on, let's hear it for everybody. You can do better than that. There we go.
You give a politician a mic, not just look to the way you walk away with it.
I would be remiss not acknowledge one of our veterans in this room tonight, or today I should say, Mr. Jimmy Arsenault, who is a former prisoner of war. God bless you, Jim, and thank you for your service. And it looks like we're almost ready to start serving dinner. Hey, I'm ahead of the game today. I like that. Again, I want to thank the 1st Battalion, 25th Marines gentlemen, Corporal Hendrickson, Sergeant Gilly, Sergeant Lamb, and Sergeant Bismarck for coming out. Enjoy your dinner. And Kyle, my son Kyle, who did the speech. I kind of threw him into the rope on that one. Kyle, thank you. Diane, Kroll, Andrea, Swenson, I want to thank you both for all your help. And I definitely want to thank all my committee for everything that they do. Enjoy your meal.
Make sure that our veterans are able to receive the kinds of services and benefits that they deserve at the local level. Because for all of the legislation and all of the actions that are taken in Washington and in Boston, those things mean very little if there isn't a connection made between the people that deserve those benefits and the people that can provide those benefits. And that's what happens very much at the local level. At a state level, we're working very hard, and I know that my House colleague, Minority Leader Brad Jones, is going to be here shortly. But at the state level, we're working very hard to continue to modernize the things that are available to our veterans. And in fact, we're working currently on a couple of new license plates that are going to help to make resources available. And we most recently passed legislation which I had sponsored, which would allow folks who are currently serving to be able to have a license plate that identifies them as someone who's making a sacrifice on behalf of our country. And that was important for 2 reasons. Thank you. That was important for 2 reasons. One, they need to know that the Commonwealth stands behind them, and we will offer any benefit that we can to be able to identify their service and to express that pride. But number two, it provides a vehicle for those of us who very much care, and I know everyone in this room does, those of us who very much care about saying thank you on a personal level whenever we have the opportunity, to know exactly who those people are that are serving our country, so that we can do that by identifying them through that license plate. So that's an example of what we continue to do, and at the same time, we're working to modernize the definition of veteran, again, so that we can ensure that folks that truly deserve benefits are entitled to those benefits. But I think the most important thing is not any particular piece of legislation, but the most important thing this afternoon is that we are once again gathered in the name of those who serve, those who put on a uniform and swear to an oath, and an oath that encompasses the ideals that make us the greatest nation on the face of this earth, and those who have written a history in this country of personal sacrifice on behalf of ideals that without that sacrifice would be important words, but with that sacrifice are important actions and an important legacy. And it's far too easy to forget sometimes about the dangerous world that we live in. But with the most recent attacks that we saw in the Middle East and Libya on our embassies, we're reminded once again why it is absolutely critical that the nation that believes most in freedom and liberty and justice for all has the strength to ensure that those values are defended at every opportunity, at every turn, so that the world may know that we will never relent from those values, we will never retreat from those ideals, and we will always look forward to the day when they are not only things that are available to those of us in the United States, but those are the things that dominate this world. Because if we can accomplish that, this world will be a much better place, and we will only accomplish that because people are willing to take up arms, subject themselves to hardship and to harm, but make sure that the legacy continues and that we are that greatest nation. So I'm pleased to be with you this afternoon. I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the afternoon. Again, my congratulations to Susan and everyone who makes this afternoon possible. It's an honor to be with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator Tarr. And now, all right. These are going to be, these are donations from Heavenly Donuts, the $10 gift cards, and I have 5 of them to give away. Good. Oh, let's see. All right, the first one is number 94. Ticket number 94. Up. You can applaud, you can applaud. Mr. Arsenal, you won? Here you go. You're welcome. Okay, the next ticket is, Megan's gonna go around. Number 142.
Hey, John.
And the winner is right here. There you go. Number 2. Good for coffee and donuts. Nope, I don't need that. One zero three. Wait a minute, you won twice. That's it. No.
Lucky girl, I know.
Lucky table.
You're welcome. Here?
And one more.
All right.
Oh, 55.
Number 55. That was one of the three that was left, right? That was one of the three that was left? Okay. Okay. Anybody interested in more raffle tickets?
I have all 55.
You have all 55?
Yes.
Oh.
Oh,
Nice try.
55.
Nice try. Wow. No, she said, oh, 55. That was a nice try. See, you have my right? You're welcome, honey. Okay, if anybody's interested in more raffle tickets, we still are selling raffle tickets, and we'll probably be on those shortly. Okay, now we're going to start getting ready to pull those raffles. This is how it works. We actually have a $25 gift certificate to Kitty's. We have 4 tickets to the Peabody Essex Museum in Salem. We have 2 $25 gift certificates to the Great American Tavern. We have the basket, and it's all the 9/11 memorabilia. To include t-shirts, mugs, dog tags, pins, and then we have this beautiful homemade quilt. So, did anybody, before we get started, want to buy any more raffle tickets? Is everybody good? All right, I'm going to pass this over to the ladies. Pretty much, they're going to handle all this for me. This is Diane and Andrea. Alright, we're debating how to do this here. Because we've got the quilt, we've got the basket, we've got all the gift certificates. So, on a show of hands, should we do it as you pick what you want when you come up? Or should we do pick and choose on our own here, and we go from there?
Pick and choose, pick and choose.
You want us to pick and choose? Alright. That makes it much easier, thank you. Alright. You're on. Want us to pick and choose? Yeah. We pick and choose. We pick and choose. So do it.
So this is a $25 gift certificate to the Great American Tavern in North Reading. Numbers 349922.
And the new one they just built?
The second one is a gift certificate to Kitty's Restaurant and Lounge. 350579. Anyone?
What is it again?
350579. let's go pick another one. $349,919.
That's me. Just go back.
This is a lucky table over here. Can you come and buy a lottery ticket with me too? Do you want it? That's very nice of you. 349802. Yep, that's it. The next one is a complimentary pass, a couple of 4 of them, to Journey Through a World of Art and Culture at the Peabody Essex Museum. 349374. And we have another gift certificate from the Great American Bar and Nothing. It's 348774. 348774. Thank you. And now we have the basket, the reflections of 9/11. It's 349767. And our last raffle is this beautiful quilt. Beautiful. As a quilter, I appreciate this really work. 349872.
No way, I want it.
349872. It couldn't go to a better person.
All right, now it's just music and dancing for your pleasure, and again, I can't thank everybody enough for being here to support all these proceeds that we've done. We're going to push them, and hopefully we're going to get that sign up. My goal is to get it in for Veterans Day, but like I said, it's going to be going in Parish Park, and we'll be able to thank those guys coming back from overseas, the ones that don't like the hoopla, especially you Marines. I know they'd like to be shy and not stay very camera shy, but to acknowledge our war dates, acknowledge the different things and the events that we'll be putting on. So it's going to be a nice piece to have in town. And again, I can't thank you all enough, and enjoy the rest of your evening, and get up here on that dance floor. That's what we got our DJ here for.